Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So, the new collision detection was pushed to the latest 5.3.0 dev, and it's very nice. If I go out here, I can finally bunny hop around without clipping into the ground. And that's absolutely fantastic. I love it. It's great. There's just one problem, and I hope that the developer that pushed that to the core of Minetest engine doesn't take this as me complaining about it. I'm just trying to show a bug. But if I just go around normally, the X and the Z work perfectly. They work great. You can just go against this wall, no problem. You can see that I'm not clipping into anything. So let me just fill up my inventory real quick. And now let's go up here and run the kill command. Let me get real close to this wall. So as you can see, some of my items get stuck up there. Not all of them, just some of them. And if you look very closely, you can see there's actually items overlapping each other by that flicker. And what seems to be happening is the X and the Z are not pushing the objects and the players back out properly. The Y works great. I am so thankful for the Y. The X and the Z seem to be the new issue. And this can actually happen with the player if I turn on fly move with fast move enabled. Let me do it again. You can see that I'm now stuck in that node. And no matter if I turn the fly mode off again, if I'm not looking 90 degrees to the right or the left, I'm going to be stuck in here. So once that hits 369.9 and then 0, I can finally move. So this seems to be a math.pi divided by 2. Well, not that, but you have to do the yaw 90 degrees left and right of the direction you're facing to move out of the node, because it moves your axis that's facing into the node outwards. Or you can just press another button. But this also happens if you jump. See if I can get this to happen again. There we go. You can actually jump into the node. These are using the normal draw types. They're not using node boxes, so this shouldn't really be possible. And then the same issue happens again. So as you can see, that happens with items too. So if I run the kill command, maybe I can get some more items stuck in there. So a little less that time. Let's try it again, because this is the third time filming this video, and one time I ran it and literally every item got stuck inside of it. Oh well. Well, take my word for it, I guess. It's because Kill's using a random face direction to throw the, or a random inertia to throw the items away from you. So a bigger thing is this actually slightly breaks my pistons. So if anybody saw my piston video, what's actually happening is it is calculating your position based on where you are. If your collision box is literally above it, you can be out here. And if your collision box overlaps the piston actuator arm, it will push you up. But for some reason, if you're standing on it, the floating point precision or whatever it is, which the client cannot see. You can see my y-axis is perfect, but it seems like the game engine's checking where the player is before it's being corrected. So what happens with collision detection is you actually can fall through the node, and what your client does not see that. What your client sees is the corrected position. And so essentially what's happening with any object or any player is when they're walking around or just standing still, they're actually falling into the node they're in, but it's being instantly corrected, and that's what the client sees, essentially. So let's see. Yep, I can't hit that. Ooh. Alright, there we go. So what is happening now is for whatever reason, I'm getting pushed over here, and what happens with this is this piston will push you outwards, and it will push you one node outwards, and then it will apply your collision detection. And the reason I was doing that was because when you push a player outwards in 5.2.0 laterally, it will actually push you no matter where you are. If you're above this, it'll push you, you'll get instantly corrected, and then once you're on top, it applies the inertia and you get shoved. And so that's the way I can get around utilizing the collision detection. But what you just saw was my node box, or my collision box, getting pushed through, having the inertia applied, and for some reason, I'm not sure where in the engine it was, or in what step it was. I was technically still pushed into the node, and then my inertia was applied, so I hit this, and then my correction was applied on the y-axis. And so I'm not sure exactly why that happens, but it is happening. And I don't even know if I can show you that again, because it's super difficult to make that happen. And what you can see is sometimes being in the same position has different effects, and I don't know why that is. But if I go over here, you can see that the lateral collision detection seems to work properly. It's very strange. Sometimes I can jump through this, but that's more of this bed bouncing me through that. But that's a lesser issue. The main issue is that for some reason the collision is super inconsistent where your position is. And you can see that happen again, and it seems to be pixel perfect. So anyways, I think I've rambled on long enough. So this is not a complaint. This is me just fully explaining what is happening, because there's no way I can describe this in detail on what is happening. And again, with the players, if you just walk around this normally, it does not seem to clip you into anything. You could actually see that collision detection happen right there, that little jitter. Whoa, whoa. It actually did happen for a second. That's weird. Oh, yep, it can happen. Okay, so that's completely wrong then. I'm not sure why the X and the Z have collision detection and precision, but hopefully this is helpful for one of the developers to correct that. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Again, the easiest way to test this out is to enable the fast moving, and then just slam the player into a node, and you'll be able to debug it very easily that way. Also, fast move works even better if you fast move into the node like that. There we go. And again, unless you're looking 9 degrees, if you're just moving forwards, the collision detection will not push you out for some reason. And it did. I think it actually did right there. For some reason, it's like super inconsistent. That's why I've had to do 3 of these videos. And yeah, hopefully this helps somebody. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video, and have a good one.